I'm very happy to introduce as our first speaker, Mr. Kitack Lim, the Secretary General of the IMO.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to open this important conference with a very timely theme: navigating uncharted waters, shipping in a pandemic age, and to share my thought with you today. There is no denying that COVID-19 pandemic has changed the world like we could not have imagined. And we indeed find ourselves in uncharted waters. But no matter how difficult the circumstances, the world depends on safe, secure, and efficient international shipping. And this is provided by regulatory framework developed and maintained by IMO. And despite the tremendous challenges, international shipping has continued to keep global trade flowing within region and between continents. And there is one maritime profession we must thank for this: our seafarers. The dedication and professionalism of more than 1.5 million seafarers worldwide are worthy of our great admiration and gratitude. We still have a huge task to resolve the crew change crisis and ensure the repatriation of seafarers stuck at the sea beyond their contracted time. This humanitarian crisis threatens global trade and safe navigation as well. We need the seafarers to be designated as key workers, as outlined in the United Nations General Assembly resolution adopted last December. To date, 54 IMO member states have declared this designation. We need more government to step up. Key worker designation is crucial to ensure prioritization for vaccination as well. IMO has spared no efforts working with the member state, UN agencies, and the shipping industry to ensure that operations can continue safely. We continue to work with the international community, our member state and industry, to bring an end to the crew change crisis and demonstrate that seafarers at the core of shipping's future. As our World Maritime Theme for 2021 emphasizes, I appreciate the commitment of more than 300 companies and entities who recently signed the Neptune Declaration on seafarers' well-being and the crew change. We are all in this together. The facilitation of safe crew changes is vital, more importantly, to resolve this unprecedented humanitarian crisis, but also to ensure that international shipping can play its role in the post-COVID recovery. A role that, as you all aware, will be critical to ensure a global recovery and sustainable growth far into the future. As a specialized agency of the United Nations, IMO, as the global standard-setting authority for safety, security, and environmental performance of international shipping, is at the forefront, fostering collaboration and cooperation with our member state, industry, and relevant international organizations to chart the way forward for shipping in the post-COVID world. But working together, we can enhance the resilience and the green credentials of shipping. Therefore, we must seize these opportunities to ensure a sustainable future for shipping. Two key routes to navigate are digitalization and decarbonization. Digitalization in the maritime sector will be the key to enhance the resilience of the maritime supply chain and to support sustainable development and recovery. By digitalization, I'm referring to in particular data management between ships and the ports. Standards under IMO's Facilitation Convention to make electronic data exchange mandatory came into effect nearly 2 years ago in April 2019. The pandemic has shown just how vital this is. The wider endorsement of the maritime single window concept is needed to strengthen efficiency, allowing submission of all information required by different government organizations through one single portal. We know that better digital collaboration across the maritime supply chain will result in significant efficiency gains, safer and more resilient supply chain, and also lower emissions. When it comes to decarbonization of shipping, there is a race to develop technology, particularly low and zero carbon fuels. We will soon be holding a symposium on alternative low carbon fuels to assess the latest development and availability. IMO's initial greenhouse gas strategy has set us on a course to phase out GHG emission from shipping. I'm certain that we can build on the achievement so far. We have progressed many of the candidate measures laid out in the strategy. We have already adopted mandatory measures to improve energy efficiency. And this June, IMO will adopt a measure to cut the carbon intensity of ships. We are on the right track to decide on and implement the next steps. Advocating innovation is a key. To phase out emission, new technologies, new fuels, and innovation are needed, meaning huge investment, notably in R&D and infrastructure. In its role as the global regulator of shipping, IMO is acting as the promoter of R&D in zero-carbon maritime fuels, bringing together numerous stakeholders from the public and private sectors, banks, and other donors. We need even more commitment from all stakeholders, donor countries, partners, and industry, so that our capacity building work and various partnership projects continue to support developing countries. We all must get on the same decarbonization course together. The COVID-19 challenges and subsequent recovery, decarbonization, and digitalization. These are three current challenges which exemplified maritime sector's need for an international coordinated response. The world economy relies on maritime trade. Building a safer, greener, and more sustainable maritime industry will require further international cooperation, targeted policy intervention, and investment. If we all work together, we will enable a truly sustainable future of shipping. Thank you.